Warren Dennis, you're on the air.
Yes, good day, sir.
How you making out?
Oh, pretty good. A little concerned about this new independent report on the North Spur that was supposed to have been out a month ago or more now, and I can't get any access to it, and nobody I talks to. I don't know why they won't come out with it.
I don't know. I mean, the reasons why, and we've heard, whether or not they're acceptable reasons to you or anyone else, they say while they're still negotiating the contract for the stabilization of that North Spur, that they're not going to release any more details than they've already released. Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, that's what they say.
Yeah, well, it's kind of strange, you know. We're paying for this and we can't get no access to it. I guess the reason is that they're afraid we're going to pass the information on.
So
this, you know,
I'm sorry, you think that they don't have a plan that is adequate?
Oh, they got a plan. I believe they got a plan now, but what it's going to cost is what scares me. Why are they waiting so long to come forward with this plan? Is that going to cost us billions, I mean, on top of what we already got thrown away there?
Well, I don't know, but all I can tell you is what we've been told is that the cost for that part of the Muskrat Falls project is inside the $7 billion that they've already discussed.
I see, yeah.
That's what I mean. I can only tell you. You're asking me. I'm only telling you what I've been told, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I've been asking around. Nobody seems to have access to it. Even the Public Utility Board can't get their hands on it, apparently. So
yeah, I don't know. It should be a concern of all, because I'll make this comment. You tell me what you think of this, Dennis. It's like there's lots of risks with Muskrat Falls. There's lots of hurdles that have to be cleared. People are, justifiably worried about the cost and the fact that Nova Scotians will buy cheaper power than we get, and all those types of things, whether it be the transmission lines through the long-range mountains, all of that included. When it comes to the North Spur, if they can't do it right, then that in essence means that the billions of dollars invested will just flow down the river, and at that time, the people downriver will be in distinct jeopardy for their life. So do we think that they would proceed without a plan to actually do it in legitimate form, and that they can stabilize it? Because it's the whole dam's integrity is involved.
Yeah, well, I guess it can be done. Anything can be done with today's technology, but how much is this going to add? And there's a lot of people talking now that this has nothing to do with if the dam works or if we create any energy or not. It's just about water rights and pipelines to, that's the future. That's a lot of stuff I'm hearing from people.
What's the pipeline issue, sir?
The pipeline is to get the oil off the North Coast Labrador. And with the rate of oil now, I mean, we shouldn't even be considering investing any money into it. If we're awash, it will soon be less than $50 a barrel.
I don't know about that, but I don't think we're going to be doing any investing as a province in any pipeline, though.
That seems to be the plan. It's the only thing that I can see that why would they do this? I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Just
explain to me, because just so I can understand your concern, how the Muskrat Falls plan lends itself to any conversation surrounding a pipeline, just so I know where you're coming from.
Well, Nalcor's partners are big into oil. Nalcor is big into oil. They have to get this oil out of there. They've been working at it for years up there, up off northern Labrador. There's a lot of oil and natural gas that they're interested in up there.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of reports out there. I've been up there. I fished off McCovic, certainly. I've dealt with those seismic boats for years up there. Yeah, there's lots of reports of how much oil is up there, and there are reports out there of pipelines. People say that if gas is not feasible to pipe out there, well, why not send some water out and sell that to them,
Sell the fresh water?
Oh, yeah. That's our next That's the next thing they will control us with. You know, if we think they get control of oil, wait till they start selling us water.
Well, I know where you're getting this type of thought, and the same person is in constant communication with me. The water rights issue is a tricky one because it has a lot to do with a few things. It has to do with trade agreements. It has to do with jurisdictional control and authority over the water. So it is a legitimate concern. I don't know if there's any sort of plan to do anything like that, but I know where the root of that thought is anyway. I'll say that much.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I can see it being. I can't really see us building this dam and spending all this money, destroying all this wilderness to create energy that nobody's ever going to be able to afford to pay. You know, I mean, there's got to be something more, I believe.
Possibly so. And, you know, I've tried to wrap my mind around the entire conversation so far as water rights and authority, and there's legislation that is kind of curious as it pertains to water. So I understand all those things. I'm not so sure I think that is the inevitable end goal, because I'm not really sure how it lines up with a hydro development necessarily. We were going to have our hands full with access to enough water to maximize the power output of the dam, let alone to be able to pipeline water anywhere. I think if there's ever a pipeline, I would imagine the first pipeline we ever see will be, and although I don't think this is going to happen either, would be White Rose, right? Because there's still some gas out there. I imagine they're going to put a liquefy installation out there at the site as opposed to pipeline any of that anywhere. I guess a lot remains to be seen, but we should keep our eye on the prize. I'm glad you called. Anything else you want to talk about this morning, Dennis?
No, not much. Well, I'd like to say, you know, seems to me the people is all getting really happy that the Liberals is taken over. But, I mean, do they really realize what's going on? It's, you know, they couldn't even form a decent opposition. How do we expect that they're going to be able to run the province?
It's a fair question. I mean, we don't even know exactly what their plan is. They'll tell us more about it when the election actually is upon us. But, you know, blind faith is not going to serve any of us very well. We have to make sure that whoever runs has got an actual thought and policy and vision that is different from the others. Because if we're just playing the voting game of I'm sick of this party and take a chance with another party, we're just creating our own whip for our own tail, aren't we? We've got to pick a party and people who are going to be able to do the right thing. And we don't even know what the right thing is now as far as they're concerned because they haven't told us.
No, that's right. The same Todd said.
Yeah, so it's tricky business, and I really appreciate your time and your patience this morning for getting on the show, Dennis. Hopefully you'll call again.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
And same to you, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.